You are now live.
I understand it now. You know, gotta believe in yourself. Sometimes I never did, but be better than me.
Alright, so boom. I'm just the whole thing. Welcome back, my man. I met you in Louisiana. Now we in Jersey. It's a full circle moment.
Full circle.
Locked In podcast, first episode. 6-7 years ago, I interviewed Lang. We're back in undergrad. Now I'm a grown man.
What year was that? 2017 or 2018?
2018. No, 2017.
2017.
I was repping my homeboy's brand. Just came out with that. Remember the neighborhood hoodie hat on?
Yeah. My first music video, I showed on there.
Yep.
My first interview ever, bro.
Yep. You remember what song it was?
Man, it was. What's the name of that shit? Hitchhiker.
Yup, that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. I ain't not gonna lie. It's still in my catalog of songs let's do today, so I appreciate it, but I'm not gonna lie. From that interview, I also got my nickname too.
Nigga, my name?
Our name. So for those of you who couldn't tell, his name is also Langston, and I'm Langston. Some people call him Lango, they call me Lango. Lango John Madden, Lango John Wick, Joy Boy Lang. So infinite amount of nicknames the guy got. But we're glad he's here on the show, so welcome to the Locked In podcast.
Hey, thank you, bro. Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. No problem. So he said, bye, Dave. I'm not gonna lie. He started calling me that. I play sports, and I know it kind of stuck. I like it. Now I'm in the gaming, but I just want to say, man, like, how do you feel being in Jersey? Like, you came all the way from the South, and now you're up here where it's cold with the Russia hat on. Like, how you feeling?
Yeah, bro. Jersey is different. Like, it's nothing like Louisiana. It's a lot like Louisiana in ways.
Okay.
But it's like, it's a different life that I'm living out here.
100%.
I'm not really living artist life out here. I'm on a different, like, type of wave.
Okay.
Louisiana is so artist focused for me. But it's an artist state, right? Like,
right.
New Orleans is like eccentric as fuck. Jersey is, I'm still trying to find it.
Okay. I mean, it's about who you know. So a lot of Jersey artists right now, in the circles that I'm in, are younger people. So if you didn't know them growing up, it's kind of hard to know who they are because like I wasn't in your corner from the beginning. But with you saying that, I definitely can connect you to a few artists out here. I definitely know a couple people that I think your sound definitely vibe with. So
that's good.
When y'all get that message, the people I'm talking about, just know, look, you got a certified hitmaker right here with you, so make sure you tap in.
Certified.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
But you did mention
millions
that
of streams.
it's similarities and differences. Besides the music part that you're kind of trying to figure out here, what are some other similarities that you feel like the two places have?
The flow of life it's a little slower in Jersey. It's fast, but it kind of reminds me of home, like with Baton Rouge.
Okay.
Like driving around. The only difference is I gotta drive 35, 45 fucking minutes to get anywhere. In VR, it's like 10 minutes at most.
Okay.
You know, but I think the way neighborhoods are set up, roads, like highways, all that, it feels like home. It's just a little more driving, a little more commuting.
Would you say the food is up to
food
par?
Is food is garbage. Food is terrible. All y'all got really is like Italian shit, and y'all got like Latin American shit.
Okay.
That shit's good. You know what? I'm capped.
I'm about to say, I'll take
my
your
boy Aaron
opinion.
has taken me to some really good food spots.
I'm about to say, it's about who you know and where they go. Some people might not know the good spots to go to.
But my nigga, 100%, nothing is touching Louisiana, and you know this. You know this. Like,
no live a second home.
Come on, man.
The home is
Ain't
always
nothing
home.
touching
So,
that, bro.
you know, it's definitely different. Cajun style, stuff like that. It's just,
Yeah.
I feel like in Louisiana, you can use less seasoning and have more taste. Here, we'll have way more seasonings in the same type of dish, and it'll be less tasteful sometimes. But it depends what you're going for.
That's interesting. Yeah. I mean, we season that shit down south, bro.
Throw some Tonys on, that's all you need. Up here, you might use 6 different seasonings to recreate Tonys.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
That's all I'm.
Thank you for being the first Jersey nigga to admit that.
But nevertheless, the food here is still busting. You gotta know where to go. So.
Yeah. Nah, facts.
But then on the flip side of that, the difference is obviously the biggest one to me, at least. The reason I even left Jersey to go out to Louisiana myself, where I met you at, was because of the weather. So here, it snows. How do you feel about that? Have you experienced this since you've been here?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. The snow is cool the first day, and after that, it's some bullshit, bro. It's only cool when it's falling. After that, I don't fuck with it, bro. It gets all slushy and it turns like gray and brown.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't like the snow, bro.
You
And
still
I haven't
show
seen
up.
snow that many times in my life. Like, I count on my hand how many times I've seen snow.
Really?
Yeah.
All in Jersey?
In my whole life.
But all in Jersey or?
No. It snowed a few times in Louisiana.
Where? When?
It probably snows every 3 years in Baton Rouge.
Oh, okay. I was there for 6, and I ain't never. We had hail once, and that was.
It didn't snow. It's not gonna snow in Nola. You ain't gonna see that.
We had hail once, and that day I said, "Ain't no way. It's time for me to go." Sure enough, COVID came a couple months later, so I guess it'll give us a sign. Not gonna lie to you.
Fuck COVID, bro. COVID is one of the reasons. Like, that was the hardest part in artistry, bro. Was getting COVID.
Okay.
So, well, we'll get there. I'm sure you.
Nah, go right into it. I like what you said. That was my next question. So, like, with COVID, a lot of people find it a curse, stimulus checks, this, that, and the third. But at the same time, someone like a Tory Lanez, he made it one of the biggest things in his life. You know what I'm saying? So, just how did you take that time to work on your craft, perfect your craft, and make sure that when it was over, if it ever ended, 'cause we never knew at the time, but like, how did you make sure that you was gonna be straight regardless?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. COVID was a wake-up call. But COVID was when the Lango John Wick shit started.
Wick tapes.
Yeah, like, I was, at the time I was signed to, I forgot the name of the nigga now, but it was Jason Jeter.
Okay.
Good guy, but it didn't really work out how we wanted it to. But at the time, we were pushing Lango John Wick. Right before COVID, like end of 2019. So COVID hit. But all my shit was going up, like Lango John Wick, all that shit.
Lango going insane for sure.
So I'm like, fuck, but I can't do any shows. I can't really do anything. Like, there was a mask mandate, like, all that shit. So I threw Lango John Wick Day in the middle of COVID. Like, fuck it.
I seen that. Talk about that experience. Like, what was that like? I seen the visual on YouTube. Shout out to Lango YouTube. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. We're gonna leave in the bottom of where you can find all his ads and stuff like that. But just talk about that experience of what Lango John Wick meant to you.
Man, that was one of the best days because we did it. It was me and my friends.
Right.
We didn't get any help. Like, it was all us. We threw our own mini festival. But it was in the middle of COVID because we was just sick of being inside. And so, like, literally, like, somebody outside flashing. As I was saying, bro.
It's still rolling?
Now it is, yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be. We good.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, Heavy Sound Labs.
Okay.
Under Jason Jeter, he managed Travis Scott and T.I.
Oh wow.
all the way up to Astro World. He was my manager at the time.
Okay.
So I was signed to a distribution deal with them, and we dropped Lango John with COVID hit. From there, we couldn't go outside, we couldn't throw shows, we couldn't do shows. So I was like, fuck it, we're gonna do our little mini festival.
Okay.
We did it in the back of somebody's house. Me and my friends built the stage. We did everything. My friend KP did the promotion for me.
Okay.
Jack shot a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
E-Lab shot some stuff. And that's how that went. And then I got arrested after. Because police came trying to shut it down. And they were looking for who proved this. I don't know how I got out of that.
You pulled up in a new suit.
Type shit. But I had my shirt off. I didn't have anything that night. So
That's crazy, man. It's beautiful, like, what the worst times to really come up with and make you get your creative bag. Like, for me, COVID, we got sent home. I'm trying to finish the school year. I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't really get to tie the knot with this media stuff. I'm trying to get locked in. I'm going to graduate. All right, next job. You get sent home. I'm like, all right, well, I'm picking up the pieces, figure it out. And here we are, 4 years later. I'm finally getting into what I wanted to do then, but it's never denied. It's always delayed. So I'm just grateful.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? You never deny, just delayed. So I'm stepping into my time, and really, I'm gonna give y'all a small snippet sneaker. The whole reason I decided to really start pushing this year and making sure you was the first person was because I was in the mall in Philly. Random. I run into Wallow, like Gillian Wallow.
oh wow.
I'm in the store, I'm getting ready. I think it was around Valentine's Day. I was getting some stuff, and I'm walking through Nordstrom, getting Chanel. I'm like, oh, that's Wallow. But I'm not a super fanboy kind of guy. Like if I see another celebrity, like I respect another individual. I feel like we're the same type of person, especially in the field that we're in. I'm trying to get to the same links that you're already at.
Yeah.
But I respect you as my peer. So I'm like, oh, it's Wallow, what's up? I keep going about my day. I go to another store, I'm in Balenci now. I see him again. I'm like, there's no way I see you twice in the same mall, but now we're in the same exact store. I gotta speak to you. Like, I gotta get some wisdom, get some free game, you know? Shout out to Billy who wrote the game. But basically, he just chopped it over me. He was like, you know what? Podcasting is the new rap game. Everybody got a podcast. Everybody want to talk about something, but find your niche and talk about what you best do. It's not about doing what the next person does, replicating that. It's about doing it for you. So for me, the whole reason I wanted to have the Locked In podcast and why I see the call that's because I want to bring people on such as yourself to talk about your story, how you locked in, what you went through, your trials, your tribulations to get where you're trying to go and where you're going to, as well as someone else can interview you. They don't know you how I do. So the questions, experiences that we talk about, I was there. I remember being in the Willow.
Oh my God. Damn, man. I be forgetting about a lot of shit.
Exhibit A. So that's why I want to start my pod to help tell people like you your story through my lens, because at the end of the day, my success is always good as your success, and I feel like all the people around me are going places while they're around me. I feel like we connect those type of interactions with the same name. It's like,
it's crazy, man. So much is aligned in our life in a way. From the name to how we met to how we started. We both started our thing,
literally,
kind of together.
Literally.
So yeah, it's fire, bro. And now we're all the way here, grown men. We was damn near kids when we did this.
When y'all see this, look, I'm gonna put the clip up. When y'all
We
see this
both
clip. Lang had dreads with tips.
Y'all don't got shit under here.
You know what I'm saying? I had waves, I got, fresh cut. So we're completely different people, but at the same time, like that's part of the journey. So with that being said, I talked a little bit about how you have some songs out with other artists from New Orleans. You mentioned it yourself that New Orleans is a good like music-centric area. What made you want to put up the songs you have with the artists from there? Like why those particular artists?
Well, it depends which artist.
Any of them. So
I
you
work
could do
with
Rob, you could do.
Well, Rob, we'll start with Rob. I met Rob. Rob came to one of my shows at the Willow, and he was really like excited about what I was doing.
Okay.
And he hit me up and he was like, yo, let's make some music. So we had linked up at a studio, I think it was Uptown. And we did our first song. Well, the first song we did was trash. But the second song was Foreign Whips.
Okay. Is that out?
Yeah.
Where can people find that song?
That's on all streaming platforms.
Okay.
So we did that in like 30 minutes. And then we just became cool after that. But at the time, Rob was really like going up.
Vulture
So
Island.
like, yeah, that was like Vulture Island probably happened maybe a few months after that. Cause we did some shit with Free Water where we were all in the studio making a bunch of songs.
Okay.
Then after that, he went back to that same studio and made Vulture Island or some shit. And then he went up, and then it was just like, damn,
That's impressive.
God damn, this nigga blew the fuck.
That's what it takes.
But it was cool to be able to. I worked with him before that. I had that on my resume.
Of course, 100%. I feel like it stands out, even just like from New Orleans culture. Because the song I know that you guys did together with Rebel, with Trey Pound.
Oh, I did that with Jizzle.
And Jizzle?
Rob not on that. That's Jizzle.
That's Jizzle?
Yeah,
Oh,
Trey
man.
and Jizzle.
Still, nevertheless, a
Yeah,
great
yeah.
song. Like, I've been bumping that for the last month and a half now.
What's crazy? All these songs have crazy stories behind them. Like Rebel, that was Trey Pound sent me that because he wanted something to perform for Mardi Gras, and he was like, "I want to put Jizzle on this. Can you give me something?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, nigga!" And so I did that shit fast, 30 minutes. Sent it to him. He put Jizzle on it, and then Jizzle was already on it, I think. Yeah. And then we did a Mardi Gras show at the Republic.
Yep. Shout out to that.
And that shit was packed as hell.
The Republic that's one of the locations.
Yeah,
You know.
Me and Jizzle performed it there. It just like, it all went according to plan.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
So we talked about Jizzle, we talked about Rob a little bit and how like you started to meet them. And then you talked about being from Baton Rouge. But at the end of the day, we met in school. When I first met you, you ran track. So just talk about that, like your journey in terms of how you went from being a track athlete to an artist. Like where was the balance in that?
I was an artist while I was a track athlete. I was making beats. So when I was running track, I was a producer at the time. I didn't even start rapping yet. Started out producing. I think the first time. So in high school, I downloaded FL Studio in civics class.
Oh wow!
And I was making beats in civics class in high school. And then even before that though, I had a MIDI keyboard my mom bought me because we had to do piano lessons.
I took piano lessons too.
And it had 7 tracks on it, and I could put 7 different sounds. So I would put like 3 tracks with drums, and I would put melody on it on the other 4. But I had to do the beats live. Like I had to press the keys. You know, on FL Studio you can like click them in, click the sounds in. I had to press record and then try to do it on time. So the drums is off beat, all the shit is off beat, but I'm just trying to make a beat. But then after that, civics class, download FL Studio, and I'm like, okay, I can actually do this for real.
Yeah.
Then I went to college. Monster tape. I heard Monster drop, Metro Boom in the Future, and I remade every beat.
I remember.
That's how I learned.
You told me that. You said him. You said Kanye.
Yeah.
Young Lean. Like those are some of your beats.
Yeah.
You can put that in a song.
Yeah. So I remade every beat on Monster, and that's how I learned how to produce. And then I started producing for a bunch of niggas at Xavier and recording them niggas, and them niggas was ass. Oh my god, damn. Nigga, them niggas suck ass. But I learned how to record, bro. I really learned how to engineer from that. And then my nigga Amos, 365.
Okay. What that stand for?
Man, if there's any possible way you can interview that nigga, you got to.
Look, so
I don't know how that would even happen.
I don't know how it happened
He
either.
is the key to this shit.
Lang put it out there, so when you see this, just hit me up. Let's try to make it happen.
I'm gonna see if he's out here anytime.
Look, I travel too, so you see this, we can try to make it happen. Just let us know.
But he used to send me. I used to send him all my beats.
Okay.
He would rap over or sing rap over them, and then I would mix it and master it.
Okay.
That's how I learned how to engineer.
Okay.
And then that was my like finesse in college. It's just engineering niggas. They paid me $25 a song, which is cheap as fuck.
But you do a lot. You get the monopoly.
But then I was like, man, I really don't like this shit. Let me try. And that's when I started rapping. So I didn't like how they sounded on my beat.
If you can't do it, so what they say? So you want the job done, you gotta do it yourself.
Fuck it, so.
So with that being said, we talked a little bit about the artists that you've worked with, and we've said some names of the songs that you have out. But from our last interview, you said that you make I don't know how to describe it. Your music isn't the most generic. It's not something that's standard. You have your own specific sound. You want to describe that, what type of sound, and when you put out albums or you put out EPs, what differentiates what type of EP it'll be? If it's more upbeat, if it's more melody, if it's more flow, like what makes you channel into what you want your albums and your work to be like?
That's a good question. I think it just depends on where I'm at in life.
Okay.
Like right now, I don't make a lot of fun shit. I make a lot of lovey, emotional, sometimes sad shit, bro. Not that I'm sad, but just I think as I gotten older, I'm more in tune with my emotions. Like I'm more understanding of how I feel and how I can like express it. And so I'm expressing it with my friends. I'm expressing it in relationships. I'm expressing it in my art.
Okay.
When I was younger, I was just high and fucked up all the time, and I didn't really pay attention to my emotions.
Okay.
And I think that's why it was so easy to make like all that like high energy, stuff.
You're trying to connect with yourself.
But I remember that was a tape where I really went left.
That 2019.
That was 2021 maybe.
When it comes to you making your work and just figuring out what goes into the albums, EPs, whether it's upbeat, whether it's melody, whether it's lovey-dovey, like how do you come up with that track list and what you put out?
Yeah, man, I think it depends on where I'm at in life. Like right now, I make a lot of emotional, in tune with my feelings type music. And I think that's because I'm older. Pushing 30. Like
that's a great song. Go check it out. Pushing 30.
Like I think I'm just as an older man, I'm more in tune with my emotions and it translates into all my relationships and it translates to my art. You know what I'm saying? Where, and I can express it better. When I was young, that wasn't the case because I was always fucked up.
Outside.
I was outside, I was on drugs. Like, I literally made Molly cool, my nigga. Like in New Orleans, like niggas used to come to me and asking where is it? Like I sell drugs. I ain't never sold drugs in my life, but they think I sell it because I'm taking them.
From that term.
I really was a fucking, what would you call a Molly nigga? Not a crackhead.
Junkie.
A junkie?
A junkie, just a
Junkie. Nigga, I was on Molly a lot. Every show, okay, I'm going left right now, but nigga, every concert, I was off something. Whether it was cocaine, Molly, alcohol, ecstasy.
And now look at you. Please still tell the story.
I think even, should I say that shit?
If you gotta think about it, maybe not.
Fuck. Nah, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that the one that I think I did.
You
I know
know
I
I
did
did.
it, but I didn't know that I was doing it at the time.
We can talk about that one off camera.
Oh my god.
But it's
And
crazy.
it was
that
the
you-
best shit I ever did in my life, and I understand why niggas are like
He
addicted
understands
to
it
it.
now. He understands
But
it.
that was the only time I did it, and I'll never do it again. It was an accident. I didn't know that's what it was.
Sometimes you gotta learn your lessons the hard way. But I will say, like, I feel like with you going through all that, it helped shape you where you are now.
Oh, of course, man. I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't go through all that stuff when I was younger. Like, I was young. I was early 20s. Like, man, I was just like doing dumb shit, just trying to feel something, just trying to feel important. Like, it really made me feel important, this music shit, because I did something that I didn't see anybody else doing it, and I brought people together who were like me.
100%.
I didn't have hood niggas, and I didn't have like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have to be like that. I didn't have to fake like that, because that's not how I was raised
At all.
I had people like me fucking with the shit I like. All my friends was a part. My friends even got residual benefits from it. You know what I'm saying? Which was awesome. Like, I remember one time we had a frat party that we were performing at.
Okay.
Bunch of white boys, bro. Nobody knew who we was at the show. Like the white boys, nigga. They knew. But it's like, I'm watching my friends, how they all interacting, and like, they're getting residual white bitches.
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Not that that's like,
But no, it's
important, but it's just like,
Don't backtrack.
when I was 23, 24, I think that's fire. Nigga, my niggas coming to my shit and getting white hoes.
Off the muscle, off the strength. Nowhere it's
It's childish, but it was like, it just felt good to know that I could present them a good time, or I can like, it just made me feel important, but it was the wrong type of important.
It's the reality of what you were trying to do. Even though that's not necessarily
It wasn't healthy, bro.
healthy or important
It
or
wasn't right.
the big goal to achieve, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
we call a spade a spade. When you're in the industry, in the music game, that's a part of the lifestyle. So if I want to do this, if you see yourself as being a big star, which I assume you do, that comes with it. So
That's
if I'm
one-
doing this stuff, this
Yeah.
isn't coming with it, maybe I'm not doing that.
Let me say, that's one of the big reasons why I took a break from music. Because I got to a point where it was too out of line. The way I was living, the women I was with,
Atlanta.
huh?
Atlanta.
Bro, I moved to Atlanta, and it was by the grace of God I met my ex, who was fucking awesome at the time. You know, she fucking kind of slowed me down.
Okay.
Cause the way I was living, bro, was not good, conducive to what I needed.
Okay.
But not just Atlanta, even in New Orleans. Like, I just got to a level where I had too much access to things that were
Not good.
not good. Yeah.
Let's stop it there.
That Mardi Gras stuff too.
Shout out to Shaq. That was the Mardi Gras that I did the Rebel with.
Okay.
Everywhere in the city, it was some bullshit. Motherfuckers might set you up. Like, you know, there's a lot of
Trying
shit.
to get me killed,
So,
bro.
so yeah, I just want to jog you.
Oh, is it rolling my fault?
No, you good.
It's rolling up?
Mhm.
Oh, my God.
All of us rolling.
Yeah.
I know how to edit, so you're good.
I have so many stories, man. Like, I've been through a lot with this, and it's I don't know. Well, you go ahead.
No, so I like the way we're going because at the end of the day, we're trying to tell your story, right? To see how you got here. Like, you
I'm
went
jumping
through all
around too much. I want to make sure it's like,
structured.
Yeah.
I got you. But I just want to make sure, like you said, you went through all these things, right? And yeah, you're still here, and you're maturing. You are pushing 30. This song he has out, so check that song on all platforms. But
Produced by Laystar and Kozak.
shout out to them. But as you grow up, and I feel like that's just a natural maturation. Like most people say, men they mature as they get older, and that's a real thing. I'm doing it in my own life. Like the job I have now, I'm like, all right, I need to make sure I show up, but I need to make sure I'm disciplined in myself, more important to myself. And everything I do for my corporate job, I can do just as much, if not more, for myself, which is why, like I said, I want to make sure I got this pod started. I want to make sure you're the first one on it. But with you speaking of all of that, like I said, going back to the fact that we met in school.
Yeah, it's cool.
What are you doing now? Like, are you still in school? Like, how is that?
So right now, I'm getting my master's in biotechnology. Like, I went back to school, but this is a product of me hitting rock bottom.
And that's what I was about to say.
Yeah. So after Atlanta, I got to a point where I had these potential deals or potential opportunities that fell through, right? And I was just kind of like, man, you know, this is not working for me. And then I had so many things in my personal life that were going bad. Like, see, this is shit that they don't show you ever about being an artist.
You'll never know.
It's a lot of bad. It's 90% bad shit for 10%. Oh my fucking god, 10%.
That's what, the 30 minutes on stage? The hour on
90%
stage?
of the time, my nigga, it's fucked up until you make it.
Of course.
But so, Atlanta, like things went left for real, and nobody's really fault. I mean, I could always blame somebody, but I should just blame myself. But from there, I went back home, man. I went back home and I started teaching. Shout out to my brothers, man. They both teachers. They inspired me. I went to school. No, I went to Scotlandville Magnet High School.
Okay.
If any of my Scotlandville students watching, my nigga, I love y'all, my nigga, to this day.
Shout out Scotlandville.
Shout out that Ville, man. I was teaching chemistry to these niggas.
Oh, wow. That's not an easy
And
subject.
they ain't like that shit.
That's not an easy subject at all.
Nigga, protons, neutrons, electrons, come on, man. They didn't even want to hear that shit. But really, what I was teaching, I was being a mentor. But what it showed me was, damn, I don't have to, music or any artistry, like, you can go all in, but you can do other things
100%.
and still go all in.
100%.
I think some people don't have no choice. That's why it's all in and nothing else.
Nothing. Yeah.
But me personally, I have a lot of options. I graduated from Xavier, my name is so did you.
That's
So,
what
like,
I'm saying.
But I used to take that for granted. So I'm like, man, let me just try this. I had opportunities to come out here to school for free. And so I was like, man, fuck it, let me just try it. And so I got into grad school. And I'm getting my master's in biotech right now. And I'm done in May.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
man.
So I'm about to graduate out this bitch, man.
Congratulations, man.
But it was a long journey of self-reflection and like realizing where I went wrong.
Okay.
And accountability. I wanted to blame so many people.
That's the easiest thing to do. Fall into guilt, fall
Yeah,
into,
bro.
it wasn't me, go God, why me? But
I wanted to blame my parents. I wanted to blame my managers. I wanted to blame, I wanted to blame God.
Okay.
Like he just purposely fucked. That's not what happened. I made these decisions. So I got to the point where, all right, nigga. That's when I got in the gym. We can get into that.
No.
It's the gym.
Your statements are actually perfect. It's like we're the same person. Because literally,
Let's take the shot right quick, bro, and then get into it.
gentleman's cup, good tequila, good shot.
Nigga poured a huge shot.
Double shot.
La Negra.
Go ahead.
So, talk about your fitness. How you in the gym now? And I feel like that all stems from, in fact, you are an athlete at heart. Because what got you to college, obviously your grades still, but you ran track for Xavier. Now you're back into fitness. Do you feel like that helps you lock into your craft? Like while you're working out, you can think of stuff, you clears your mind?
Great, yes. So I like to run. When I'm running, the way I get through my runs, I'm thinking of ideas. I don't think I ever told y'all that. while I'm running, bro, I'm thinking of ideas, and that's how minutes pass by. You know what I'm saying? The hardest part about running is you gotta run a long time. So you gotta distract yourself from the fact that, oh, it's only been 5 minutes and I haven't even made a mile yet. The way I distract myself is really brainstorming ideas, and then from there, it's something about the pressure and the pain of running, and the endorphins and the stress that keeps my mind running, and I can think of my best stuff. All my ideas since 2022 have come from exercise.
Would you say, or do you feel like while you're running?
That's not cap. Every single thing I've done, pushing 30 video, all my songs, everything has come in the middle of me jogging for miles.
So you think like when you're running, like it just drowns out all the other noise and everything else, you're just able to really just like hone into what you want to think about?
Working out is a great way. Me and my friends talk about this all the time. When you work out, you're putting yourself through pain. You're doing it. So when life gives you pain, it's like I put myself through this shit every day in the gym. So I can handle life. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's, I don't really go to the gym and lift weights, but I do make sure I'm always active. So I play basketball.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm on the court, whenever in the game, it's just like, the only thing I'm thinking about is being right here, or my craft, something of that nature. But any other stresses, anything I'm thinking about that is negative or something that's like hindering my success, it just goes out the window until the game's over.
Yeah, man, and it's like, it's not always fun working out. Most times you don't want to be there, but that's the part that makes you better. It's like, I'm doing it not because I want to, because I know if I get through this, I got my win for the day.
Yep.
It's the one way you can win every day. If life is fucked up, I ran 2 miles today. I got a win.
1% better.
I cleaned my room today. Like I washed dishes. My dishes been in the sink all week. I finally washed them. I got a win. Shit like that is a win, and I think we take that for granted. We don't enjoy the little wins, bro. Things we don't want to do that we push off, and then we finally do them. That's the best way to build your like confidence in like.
And I think that plays a part off of like just your perspective on life.
Real shit.
So for me, something I live by that I'm gonna share to y'all. Just if you change your perspective a little bit, not even yourself, just change your perspective of how you internalize certain situations, it'll change your happiness overall. For example, say your car breaks down, right? You gotta take an Uber. You don't want to take an Uber, you pissed about it, you gotta spend money. That's one way to think about it. The type of way I think about it is, I'm just calling my personal driver, which one I want today. What kind of car I want to drive today? I got all these cars, let me pick one. It's like having a personal driver, you pay him, right? What's the difference? It's all about your
That's
perspective.
some Uber shit. That's the way you look at it.
Literally.
I never thought of it like that. I mean, yeah, hell yeah.
Even when you go to the club, you Uber Black. That's my valet for the night, right?
Yeah.
That's how you look at that. You be turned, getting out the valet, Uber Black.
See, I be looking at Uber like an inconvenience. Like, damn, this shit $40 just to go around the corner.
If you had a private driver, how much think you paying per day?
You're right. 100%.
So that's all about the perspective. Once you think about it like
That's how
that,
you look at it.
kings and queens.
That's true.
You in charge of your life. But with all that being said, right, we talked about your music, we talked about your fitness, we talked about a lot of things so far, but we haven't talked about, I feel like, something else that you're really big on, that you don't necessarily vocalize, but you show it on the day-to-day, and that's your fashion. So can we talk about what we got on today? Like, what's the fit looking like? Like, what? Can we talk about this? How do you describe and come up with the fit you put on for your music videos, for your day-to-day? Because you are a fashionable person, but like I said, it's your own lane. You're not, I haven't seen your swag on most people, so
Yeah.
describe it.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, bro. I don't think I can dress. Like, excuse me. I don't think I can dress, man. Like, on some real shit. This is Amazon.
Ain't no price on dress.
Ain't no price on that.
Okay.
I just cut the sleeves and cut this bitch. Like, cropped it. These pants are Zara.
But I
And
guarantee you put a
these
P
are
on
Ugg,
that shirt.
These are Ugg boots.
Shout out to the drip. Shout out to the drip.
I think I'm just more into silhouette.
Okay.
So what I mean by that is like, if you put a shadow over me and just looked at the shape of everything, I like that.
Okay.
I like how it looks. Does that make sense? Like
No,
the
it
silhouette
does.
of
It
it.
does.
Like if it was a shadow, if you looked at the shadow of me,
You can see
shadow
exactly
of
how
fresh.
it's, yeah.
The actual clothes I got on,
Don't matter.
I really never cared about that. People make me care. Like girls make me care. Like girls I'm with, like you should do this, you should wear that, you should try this. I'm like, I'm doing this for you. I don't really give a fuck, bro.
Okay.
Like I like what I like. Don't get me wrong, I'm into fashion. But I'm infatuated with fashion. But I'm not, fashion isn't like something that I like see and be like, I need the freshest shit. I need to be on the next shit. My friends are better with that. Like,
Okay.
I leave that to them. I just do what I like. I would really be at the thrift store most of the time.
The thrift store has a lot of good pickups though. I was just in Houston. Thrift stores out there, they got some good stuff. So if you ever use it, go to the thrift store.
Yeah.
What about the grill? What about the accessories, the jewelry? How do you feel about that?
Oh yeah, this grill, I need to get a new grill. I've been wearing the same grill for the past 6 years.
I wouldn't have known.
But I paid some good money for it. And I just feel like I'm not really into jewelry.
This is my first year in the house, so this was the year of getting like just used to everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This nigga right here, I ain't been on it, bro.
Bro, I've been grinding because, like I said earlier, like,
That wallow shit, I didn't realize, man, that shit's hard.
and I'm not gonna say that's what really just made me do it, but the whole reason I even chose mass comm in college because my uncle, he was CEO of WBGO radio station, Jazz, 88.3, for 20 years. He passed away my senior year.
That's like a Jersey radio station?
Yeah, strictly jazz. It was black owned. It's the longest jazz radio station in New Jersey. What was it? I chose mass comm because he passed away my senior year. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was going to do kinesiology. I was into sports medicine, da da da. And then he passed, and I was just like, I really had a real connection with him.
Yeah.
And it's all we would talk about: how he went to Syracuse, how he would do radio stuff, this, that, and third. And I'm like, I like talking about sports. I don't have to play the sport. I can just talk about it, be around the sport.
Do you plan to talk about sports on your podcast?
I do. So that's why it's called Lo6kedN, and it's about the intersectionality between music, sports, and fashion, because they all intertwine. So athletes, they have a tunnel walk, they have drip on. Artists want to be athletes, majority of some sort, or vice versa. Athletes want to be artists of some sort. So it's all the same niche, and based off where I started being at Xavier, how you said it's a musical area. It's also a big sports area, being Saints, whatever else. So when we go in there, I got to experience all these different avenues of people, walks of life, and who have different successes that I feel like enough people don't know about.
Yeah.
Some make their own noise, make their own waves, how you say it in your song, but I feel like if I also, have a meeting with them, a conversation with them, help tell their story, a lot more people get exposed to them from a light that they might not have seen. Like I said, someone else can interview you, it'll be more structured in terms of base generic stuff about where they're from. But for me, I can talk about exact instances that I was with you or something I was a part of. Like I remember being at your show in the Willow when you had the water. And no one knew you was finna rave when the first time you crowd surfed and you jumped in the crowd. I remember being there.
Wait, which one was that? That's the Mardi Gras one?
It might have been Mardi Gras.
That was my spring fest.
See? So it was Spring Fest.
That was when I ran.
I remember being at Xavier and you did that. And you had a Xavier concert in the Concave Center. So I remember these things. But it's like, if you weren't there, you might not remember it yourself. So if someone else talking to you, they'll never even know it happened. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just wanted to really start my pod, to give everyone a platform that's around me in my life, whether you're super close or far. At the end of the day, if I actually connect with you, if you have my phone number, that says a lot.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't have my phone number.
Love. How do you feel about athletes though? Like, how do you feel about the culture of athletes? Not sports specifically, but just them involved in fashion and hip hop and like just culture in general.
I'll say.
'Cause I can tell you, I have like a hot take for these niggas, but I'll let you say how you feel.
I'll say this. I think that right now they're helping push the narrative, but not necessarily for the better. So what I mean for that is like some athletes, they'll have some drip on, like a Jordan Clarkson, he'll put it to shade, they'll put it together. They'll have a nice, well orchestrated fit. You like, does he have a designer or a stylist or something like that, or that's just him? Some, because it's brand name designer stuff, they'll just throw it on whole piece. I'm like, that's not, you don't look fly in that. It's designer, it's expensive, but it's not put together well. So I feel like because a lot of youth and younger people watch sports in general, they'll see that like, oh, that's swaggy, that's drip.
They look up to them.
In a certain aspect, more than other areas. It depends on the rapper, but for example, Kyle's a rapper, right? Kyle's swag, you see him, you see Future, who do you think they're gonna replicate more? So stuff like that. Exactly. So that's why I'm not saying, I don't think they fully just run the game in any way, but I do think they help push the narrative a lot because the media exposes sports a lot more than artists.
See, I think athletes push the narrative on a surface level.
Okay.
Like,
I agree. The majority.
I personally think athletes, like, I think they're at the bottom of the barrel of niggas. Like, they just got
The 1%.
They don't have a brain. They don't have anything, any skill. Their outfits are tailored by a stylist. Their workouts are planned by a trainer. They're coached. What do they do as individuals outside of their sport? I just feel like athletes are overrated, bro. And I feel like it's only because as men, and even women too, we just love the sport. And we're infatuated with people like Kobe and LeBron. Them niggas are fire. But these new niggas, it's like, they're not them niggas, bro.
So let me just understand, make sure I understand what you're saying. You basically saying that like the athletes now coming up, right, within the last 5 to 10 years, their swag or demeanor isn't the same as what it used to be, essentially. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Yeah.
Okay, I can agree with that because I definitely feel like.
Also, I think, man, this is the thing with athletes. All right, I'm gonna break it down.
Right. Okay, let's hear it.
Athletes now, they're normal niggas with access.
Okay.
More than niggas like us. The problem is women, companies, fans make them think they're at a level that is beyond what they actually fucking are, bro. If they take that helmet off, if they take that that fucking contract off.
I agree. I definitely find myself, like, I'll be watching a sports team, and if you're a star player, all right, cool, I know LeBron, I know whoever. Now, granted, I'm into sports.
The reason I say that is because, bro, I'm just gonna be real with you right quick.
Let's hear it. That's where you're
I have dealt with so many women, and I'm competing.
with an athlete.
Why are y'all fucking with the same women I'm fucking with? Shouldn't y'all be fucking with fucking
The top tiers?
you coming down here? Not that the women are below or anything. They're great, amazing women.
But it's like,
But nigga, go to the strip club, my nigga.
let's be realistic about what we're doing right now. I understand.
Athletes are like, athletes and strippers go together. Not normal women, good, working, hard working women. Nigga, get the fuck out the nursing. Don't fuck with no nurse, athlete ass nigga. Don't fuck with no teacher, nigga. Let us normal niggas fuck with that. Get your ass over there to the strip club where you willing to buy a section and spend all your fucking money, nigga. Cause you got a contract, but you have no brain. You can't do anything, athlete. You can't build a house, my nigga. You don't know shit about credit. You don't know shit about real estate. Only reason you know about real estate is because your accountant is telling you, nigga, don't blow your money on bullshit. Buy land, buy real estate.
I can see where you're coming
These
from.
niggas
As
are
the masses. There are the anomalies.
These
though.
niggas are dumb. They're the lowest of men. They're like low hanging fruit. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm putting you to have. For example,
Let me not go off on these niggas.
what about a Jaylen Brown, right? He could have signed to Nike.
No,
stuff
Jaylen
like
Brown
that.
is great. He's awesome.
So that's the part I'm.
What I'm talking about is the
There's
nigga
the
that
few
fucked
that-
Cardi B. What's that nigga name?
Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs. That's nigga.
Oh.
See, a nigga like Stephon Diggs, you go to the club and meet a girl, a bad, beautiful woman. And you like, damn, nigga, I drive Amazon. Whole time you competing with Stephon Diggs because this nigga coming to the same, and this woman is a nurse.
Now that you say that though, I will say this. Which is,
You shouldn't be competing with them. They need to stay in. They need to fuck with that shit over there. Rapper women in strip clubs.
you wanna know what it is?
I don't know, man. I don't fuck with
I
them.
think school plays a part of that too. Like I've seen a lot of people go to LSU who have been dating or have kids or married to people who went to Xavier.
I'm just mad
when did
because
this
after
happen?
you fuck my bitch, bro. That's why I'm mad. I hate that shit.
Moral of the story is, for Lang, it wasn't yours, it was just your turn. That's the moral of the story.
I hate y'all niggas. Y'all niggas don't got a brain. Y'all niggas don't do shit. Y'all just know how to catch a ball. Nigga can't. You know what an athlete is like? When I got a dog, right? And that nigga,
Real smart one.
and my dog is smart, a smart dog. And that nigga opened his kennel, and I'm like, damn, that dog's smart. He opened his kennel. He's a smart dog. That's what an athlete is. Like, you're smart for a dog. But you not smart, nigga. You can't balance a fucking spreadsheet. You can't fucking, nigga, you don't know, nigga, I know how to build PCR fucking, polymerase chain reaction, mRNA, fucking DNA, all that type of shit. And I'm competing with a fucking athlete who know how to catch a ball. Just cause he got a fucking $3 million contract.
Now, would you say that like
Fucking
it's just the same thing that it is in college, but on a bigger scale?
CTE ass nigga.
Would you agree to that?
Huh?
It's the same thing how it is in college, just on a bigger scale. You got athletes
Oh,
in college.
don't get me started on
You got-
college. If I was insecure as a little nigga in college, bro, I would have hated college. But luckily, I ran track. I was one of them.
That's what I'm about to say. Because in college, you got the regular students.
That's why I
you
can
know,
talk like this, nigga. I
You
was
got the
one of them.
athletes, you got the Greeks, and it's like those two anomalies are like,
Bro,
you know.
the
So
only reason I can talk this way is because I was that nigga. I was that fuck nigga.
and now it's a full circle moment. Talk about the other
I
side.
hate them niggas, bro, especially football niggas.
But now you're an artist.
Half them niggas ain't going to the NFL.
Artist is just as bad.
Low key.
And now you're an artist, so you were athlete and artist. You were both at the same time. And you started in undergrad, so
And frat.
And Frat, Omega South 5.
you know what I'm saying. So what do we really talk? You were the big three. What are we talking about? You were the one that hated it too.
Yeah.
Bro.
What am I talking about?
But no, in all reality, in all seriousness, like
That's why I can talk about it though. Cause I
you've been
lived
there.
it.
You've seen both sides. So it's like, and I think, like I said, it's about, for men at least in general, we're very simple. We go where we're celebrated. Sometimes we go where we're tolerated. But most of the time we go where we're wanted. And it's not necessarily the guy wants the girl, more so than the girls are on all these guys' DMs, and it's like, well, who am I to tell them no?
Can I give you another hot take? How much time we got?
Enough time.
I think the club is the worst place for black people.
Oh yeah. We spent $7 on a $35 bottle, which and talking about that's a flex. We're good? Let's take another shot. Shout out to Lane. Before we take the shot though, which nickname do you actually go by? That's the real question that I've been wanting to know.
Bro, can I say something?
Please.
How the fuck did you get Lango John Madden? Do you know I made that shit up? Like, pure, I made that shit up.
That was the name of the speaker.
How the fuck did you come up with the same shit?
So boom, I didn't. It was literally, I'm pretty sure whoever said it first was one of my friends. I think it might have been like Kobe or LB. No, it wasn't one of them. It was, I don't know who said it. It might have been Smoke.
Smokey?
It might have been Smoke. But
That
basically,
makes sense.
whoever it was, they listened to your music.
Smokey.
But I play sports, so we play Madden, we play 2K, and I'm the type of person I'm like, I'm not saying I call the shots or a shot caller, but like,
That makes
Smokey,
sense.
bro.
I help.
When you
I help.
watch this,
Just know you helped us out, but like I help navigate stuff in general. So for me, when people ask me questions, like, do you know where this is at? Do you know where I get this from? Da da da. Oh yeah, I know. Da da. Oh, you like a play caller? Like Lango John. It's like John Madden.
that's a fire name.
And then I was like, and then someone was like Lango John Madden. I was like, you know what?
Damn.
Oh, that's kind of
We too
hard.
aligned, bro. We
And
aligned.
then you had a song called that. I'm like, well, I don't want something I'm jacking the style, but it's literally two different type of
Yeah.
meanings to a sense, so it's kind of stuck. So
That's
some people
how
say
it
Lango
goes.
John or say Lango John Madden, but that's how I got my nickname. But
The
which
real
one do you
Lango.
actually?
The real
You're
Lango.
good.
So which name do you actually go by?
The real Lango.
I go by Lango, man.
Just Lango.
But people call me Lango John Wick, Lango John Madden, call me Joy Boy, call me I can't think of nothing else.
Would you say that each nickname is based off how you are in your life at the time?
It's
how you
based off
said
of
it?
character.
So, like Lango John Wick, I saw that video. I definitely liked it.
I have every album is a different design.
100%.
Yeah,
I've noticed
and
that.
I actually posted something like that a while ago. Each album, like a cartoon of who I look like. I made NFTs of all my like characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you say that now that you've gone through these different phases, you have these different characters, that you fully understand your musical reach, the value that you bring to the musical game? 'Cause I know our first interview we ever did, you said that you want to make music for people just like you, to see that you don't have to be an athlete, you don't have to be a gangbanger or anything like that. You can be yourself and do what you want to do your way, and people will want to rock with that way. So now that you've done all these things, been what you've been through, gotten to where you are, do you think that you fully understand like who Lango is?
Oh, fully understand who I am yet. 100%. I get who I am. I thought you were asking, do I understand how like people see it? I don't know how the fuck they see it.
And at the end of the day,
Yeah.
how they see
But
it doesn't really
I know
matter.
I know who I am for sure.
Okay. So now that you know who you are, right? You got 8 albums out. What's coming next as the completed Lango? Like, what's the next project that you feel like, you know what, I've touched all these different categories, let me put a full tape out, expressing or showing me.
If I told you, you wouldn't believe me.
I was thinking, yeah, if I told you, you wouldn't believe me. That's gonna be the album name.
Look, when y'all watch this, just know y'all heard it here first.
Yeah.
Do you have any songs that the people could see? Any songs that you want to drop here while we're live?
Hell yeah. Wait, like put it like you're gonna put one on the video? Shit.
You
Hell
have
yeah.
one.
I do.
Lobster.
I gotta think about it. Which one?
Lobster.
No. I gotta put some shit that's gonna tell about where I'm at right now. I'm gonna think about it.
Let
We're
us
gonna
know.
have something. And after I say this, that we're gonna have something, it's gonna play. Joy Boy Deluxe. You know, catching the vibe. Man, I just want to tell y'all a little something about myself, man. It's been 7 years now, maybe a little longer. And like, you know, this is the funnest shit I ever did in my life, man. Joy Boy, all love. Used to call me at night in the morning like, bro, do you want it or not? Fuck all that wanted, my nigga, I needed it, something that I never got. I used to call it a dream, I'm living that dream, a tippity top. I'm that nigga before I had locks. Never got stuck in a box. 2018 said I'm moving to NYC, never forgot. I told her, baby, it's just gonna be you and me, she never forgot. I told her, Bruce, it's never too late to be free, never forgot. I said I'm always gonna make shit HOC, I never forgot. I need a Cartier bracelet, iced out teeth. I remember I was just a youngin', I'm racking the grill so I could be seen. I remember they try to make a nigga smart as a mouse, I'm focused on cheese. Long as that nigga could wake up breathing, know that that nigga achieved it. I used to look up the Kanye and Cudi and Tram and Future and Lean. I know a lot of niggas could relate, but I feel like that shit was for me. When I first heard Metro boomin', I went and cooked up a beat. Then I wake up 7 years later, all of my niggas could eat. I love you, man, I love you, man. 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 I was in NOLA, was making some waves. Said if I move, I could get a little bigger. Packed all my shit and I moved to the A. I got a whole nother city to listen. Packed up again and I flew to LA. Label felt like I just couldn't be managed. Millionaire talk, but I'm still eating sandwiches. Pop always told me don't get took advantage. I'm just a boy from the BR side. Mama was teaching them niggas inside. Daddy was teaching them niggas outside. That's how I'm seeing this shit both sides. I'm in the sky and it's still Wi-Fi. I slept in cars and couches and floors. I used to steal bread out of the store. I used to pray to God I get a tour. I know they never seen this shit before. Stood by the door and they opened the door. Bust down the door and I shit on the floor. I felt all the pain and they bringing some more. I can't explain what I see in my eyes. Whatever I show you what's in my head. Whole lot of shit and it just won't fly. That's how a nigga gon' end up dead. Sending my love to the hoes I tried. Handful of girls I always love. Prize boys I put myself first. I know you want that nigga instead, but I love you, man. I love you, man. I love you, man.
To segue back to what we were talking about in terms of being athletes, Greek. I'm also a member of Alpha Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, so Alpha and Omega, crazy how that works. But nevertheless, we talked about the athletes, we talked about how you are. How do you feel like, instead of just being athletes being the lowest total pool of men in the world, how do you feel like men are viewed in general in the world? Like, how do you feel like we're portrayed, and how do you feel like what the social media narrative is about men affects how we're able to lock into our day-to-day function? So, for example, when people want to be in relationships, they're like, yeah, I want to have a girlfriend, but society says X, Y, Z, I don't want to lock in with a girl. Do you feel like, how do you feel about that?
You know, honestly, bro, I think in real life, all that shit is not really in a woman's heart.
Okay.
I think every woman just wants a man that's willing to meet a need and to do what he needs to do to take care of her. Whatever scale that is. All that social media shit is just propagated by rap culture right now and culture, but it's just social media. I think most women you meet on the street, they're okay with a guy that's like, he's just working hard and he wants to like support you, and he's doing what he can.
100%.
He's doing what he can type shit. I don't think it's in a woman's heart. I think that's just what they show on social media.
I agree.
That's just what, it's almost like a guard. It's like, I'm gonna act like this is how I feel for real, because I don't know, nigga, I don't know if you really a fuck nigga.
It's a facade. It's all for
Because
sure.
for so long, bro, women had to deal with fuck niggas. Right now, women are on top. They're the most educated, the most paid. They fucking got everything. Men are fucked up right now. So it's like, I think that's just a guard that they put up on social media. But in real life, that's not real, bro. I think if you do your shit as a man, you gonna find a woman that's gonna fuck with that. And it don't matter. I mean, you don't want to be a broke nigga, of course. But I know if you're working towards something, trying, she'll respect it. And she'll match it in some way. She'll complain. She'll be like, nigga, I don't like 50-50. I don't like all that shit. And no nigga wants to do 50-50.
100%.
Every man's cap. Huh? Every man's cap when they say 50-50. Every man wants to take care of their
100%. Take care and provide, pay for everything. And everyone's situation is different, so you gotta
Some niggas
adjust
can't
accordingly.
though. That's why they be like,
You gotta adjust accordingly.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like you said, like they'll show interest in a different way. They'll match you some energy.
But real quick, let me say about men. I
Okay.
think men, especially black men, I think we're lacking.
Okay. So what's the motivation you give black men to not be that way?
I think black men try to find something that's where you can use your brain to do it. Stop using your physical. You think of something where you can learn and think through it, and that'll get you to where you want to be in life. Not your body and working 14 hours and like, it's just for pennies, my nigga. And then you get off and play 2K. You're not really utilizing how smart and how useful you could be in this life.
Okay.
You have to read and you have to learn things and you have to try things, take risks and expand your knowledge as a black man. Because we weren't given that, bro. We were given bullshit education. Half of us don't have dads. Half of us, our moms were too busy because they was trying to take care of 3 of us. Like,
That's a real thing. That's
so
a
it's
reality.
like, as a black man, you gotta come to the point where you're like, man, where can I start improving myself, bro? And that's just what it is, bro.
Like you said, you gotta take accountability, take it upon yourself. If you want something done, you gotta do it yourself. Granted,
Or else you're gonna be a 40-year-old nigga still at the club, like.
no, I'm not gonna lie. I was just in Houston. I used to people like, why are you still coming to the
Them
same
niggas
club?
got a
I'm
bald
coming-
head and a belly at the club. And all they got is their money. You know why? Because they work 14 fucking hours.
They have no real connections. But
Sorry.
so with all that being said, right, we talked a lot today. We talked about sports, we talked about athletes, we talked about fashion, we talked about where you are in your life, what you're doing. The last question I have for you is just what's the advice that you really want to give to the next generation? We talked a lot of negative, we talked a lot of positive. What's just the advice, the message you want them to take away from today's episode?
Man, just like I said, man, try to expand your mind. Don't worry about your body. Don't worry about sex. Don't worry about like having fun all the time. Just try to expand who you are as a person and your character, as a guy, as a man, anybody. You know, that takes like looking up things and learning things. You know what I'm saying? Fuck having fun all the time.
Sleepless nights, you know what I'm saying? You'll figure it out, but as long as you set a goal, I feel like
It'll be worth it in the end, in the future.
you follow the yellow brick road, you'll get to the goal you want to. It might not be tomorrow, like I said earlier. You're never denied, just delayed. So I appreciate you coming on the show. I'm Lango John Madden. As he said, it's Lango John Wick. This is Joy Boy Lang, but most of y'all know him as just Lango. Thank you for being on the Lo6kedN podcast.
Thanks for having me, bro.
That's a wrap.
I appreciate you.
Merch.
Oh,
Ready?
It's cool. It's cool.
so, with that being a wrap of the show, we do want to give the first ever guest, the first ever piece of merch I've ever given to someone as a gift for being here. It really means a lot to me. So this is for you, my boy.
Thank you, man.
It's our Lo6kedN podcast hoodie.
Wow.
We've come a long way. Like I said, Lang is the first ever interview I ever did. So to be here now, doing my first ever podcast with video and all.
Yo, this text is fire though.
So, quick fun fact about this. Shout out to the person that made it. Remember the last time I ever saw you prior to being like in the airport randomly? Because that was very random. It was a Made in the Hood.
Oh, they made this?
No. The person that made his logo made this.
Oh, the person that did his shit?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I really got locked in, plugged in. I put the 6, I'm a 6 club. Like I said, I'm an Alpha Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. So I started with the 6, and then, like I said, the story I want to tell everybody is how we met, how we've been locked in. So what it takes to lock in and grind and get to where you're trying to go. So that's what today's episode was all about.
Thank you, man.
So I appreciate you having me,
man.
Enjoy the merch. That's a wrap.
Thank you, bro.
That shit's fire.
I'm gonna rock this.
I had to rock it myself. Locked in.
Lango hit my line about the vision and I see it now. Betting on the kid like I'm ever going under. Just get up on that stage, don't fake it, tell them what you really about. Everything feel perfect when it's everything you make it. Please don't get too nervous cause you with the stars, baby. I might have missed the signs cause I came a long way. Could pull from half court but it look better through the paint. The goal is to win but we gotta make a play. Locked in on the stream, live cast, we made a way. Gotta thank God for hearing all the times I pray. Lango John Madden think he came to say today. You gotta tell me what it is and what you feel like. Real hard work cause we gotta kill the hype. Go jab, cross, fake it to your left and finish right. We don't follow trends, hand Taylor, perfect style. Flag on the play cause your lady coming back. Whole plot, all real, no lies and only facts. Feel like SGA, smooth guy on attack. Success might separate us but this like my last chance. Everything go wrong, you could blame it all on me. But when I pull through, don't you get the calling me. Locked in with the team, cause the dream we manifest. Scared to chase your dreams, that's just so embarrassing.